what's up? Gabby from Ray Studios here. Today I'm going to be comparing the Canon EOS m50 Plus Speed Booster versus the Canon EOS 5D Mark II. So what I'm comparing a mirrorless crop sensor camera versus a DSLR full frame, well, the main reason is because now they have a speed booster which can more or less achieve the full frame look. And the other reason is this camera second-hand costs somewhere around the same as this camera brand new. And some people might be thinking, maybe I should go for a pro body, full frame, classic DSLR against some mirrorless. And some people still think that this might be a lot better than this. And to be honest, I think so too, but it will be fair to compare them. So I'm gonna take shots with this camera, with one lens, then I'm gonna take that lens, put on the other camera with the speed booster always. I'm gonna compare them. I'm gonna take the same shot, 2 or 3 shots exactly the same with the same lens, just different cameras. And then I'm gonna do half the photo shoot with one lens, one camera, half the photo shoot with another lens, the other camera. So I'm gonna be switching lenses and cameras all the time, and I'm gonna let you know later in the video which one I'm using, and let's see what that looks like. So, okay, I got a pretty good shot. Now I'm gonna put this lens on the 5D Mark II, and let's see how that looks like. Let's see if we can get more or less the same shot. Okay, look at me. Oh, I forgot the trigger. Without this, it's not gonna work very good. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, because I don't wanna be switching lenses all the time, we have the model here posing for me, it will take so much time. I'm gonna shoot a whole bunch of pictures with this camera, this lens, then I'm gonna go back to the m50. I'm gonna let you know in the video which one is which one. I will put up a sign somewhere like there, I guess. So yeah, let's keep rolling. So we're almost done with the photo shoot. Thanks, Tiana.
Thank you.
And if you want to visit Tiana on Instagram, I will put a link in the description down below so you can follow her on Instagram. I will also put my Instagram so you can follow me as well. You can see some of her pictures there as well. And so that's it for the studio photos today. I'm gonna need to go back home and look at the pictures in the computer because it's hard to judge by looking at the back of the camera on the little screen. So let's go back home. Cool transition coming. So I already edited all the pictures in the computer, so I can give you my verdict. M50, not bad little camera. The 5D Mark II has been a camera that's been used by professionals for like 10 years. I think it probably been on the studios every single professional for like many years. He only competed with Nikon till recently with Sony up their game, and now, well, there are a lot of Sony cameras going around. But for a long time, that was the king of professional photographers, the most used camera by pros. And now this camera is just an entry-level, mirrorless, tiny little camera that not many people will contact for photography or for professional work. And you can see by the pictures that you just seen, well, you can count this out. It is incredibly sharp. I think in some cases it was sharper than the 5D Mark II. Put it the right lens, yeah, with the speed booster, you get the full frame look, the sharpness, and super lightweight and small. So yeah, I was very impressed with the M50. Now I'm going to talk about some small differences that I find between one camera and the other one. Even so, it doesn't look like it's very sharp. There's a lot of detail. So when you really zoom in and you look at those pictures, there isn't much difference. But that says a lot about the M50 because this is really cheap compared to this one that, well, second-hand now is about the same price, but it used to be a very, very expensive camera. Now, another thing about the M50 is that this have an electronic viewfinder and a flip-up screen. Let me show you quickly. So you can, this is not just for blogging, but you can just do this, and I did a lot of shots like this, in which I have the screen here, camera here, the model is way shorter than me, so I'm shooting like this. If I'm shooting a little overhead, I'm doing this, or sometimes I shoot low and I can do this, put the screen up facing me, so this is very practical. In the other hand, the 5D Mark II have an optical viewfinder, and that's kind of good for when you're doing photo shoots like I just did, and that's because the optical viewfinder, it's kind of like what you see is what you get. Well, no, it's not what you get, but I mean, you can see through. It's like seeing the people really, where the other one is like watching on a screen all the time. Even the electronic viewfinder is like a mini screen, like a mini TV you have in your camera. But this kind of get you well connected with your subject. And considering that when you're doing photo shoots, you're constantly talking to your model. You cannot stop talking. It will be a silent awkward at the studio. So you need to constantly talking, and that connection works way better with an optical viewfinder. That being said, I feel like another advantage of the 5D Mark II was the highlight roll-off. The way the highlights on the shadows roll off on the skin of the model were a little bit better on the 5D Mark II, and colors, they were very similar. I might give like a very tiny little edge to the 5D Mark II, having a slightly better colors, and I might give a little advantage to the M50 for sharpness. That being said, they still have a lot of detail, and they're both great cameras. This is a 24 megapixel, that's probably why it's a little bit sharper than this 20 megapixel old camera. That being said, they're both great cameras, and I'm very surprised with the M50 being an entry level and basically competing with a 5D Mark II, which is supposed to be a professional camera, even so very old, but still. So, well, I hope you like this video, you guys. I did it especially for you, so because many of you have been asking me if I should go for, like, people should go for a 5D Mark II or an M50, consider they're like on very similar prices right now, the 5D Mark II second hand versus this one brand new. So if you like it, please, you can send me in the comment section down below. Put a lot of work in this video, and make sure to subscribe. That will help me a lot if you do. This is Gabby from Ray Studios. Till next time.